The Archdiocese Office of Immigrant Affairs and Immigration Education recently organized a massive pilgrimage and prayer vigil that brought together people of different faiths and ethnic backgrounds, all in support of comprehensive immigration reform. Here's Jim Dish with the story.
Many of the prayer vigil participants began the evening with a pilgrimage. They marched from the west, starting at Notre Dame de Chicago, from the south at St. Adalbert Church, and from the north at Old St. Patrick's. They marched, sang, and prayed, all in support of comprehensive and compassionate immigration reform.
This is a pilgrimage and a prayer vigil, and we've been in this journey for more than 8 years or so, and we need to fight until we get victory, which is the victory God will give us and give to the undocumented brothers and sisters who have been living under the shadows, and restore the dignity, the God-given gift to all, and for undocumented immigrants too.
The separate pilgrimages converged at Holy Family Church on West Roosevelt Road. People from all walks of life, different nationalities and ethnic backgrounds, shared a common goal.
Today is coming together as a church in the Archdiocese of Chicago to show a public face for the need for immigration reform that's comprehensive, compassionate, and there's a huge need to end deportations and to that leads to a pathway to citizenship for so many people that live in the shadows.
The prayer service began with a procession of immigration reform supporters carrying icons of the Virgin Mary from their native countries. The participants were dressed in traditional outfits representing various ethnic backgrounds.
I have a very good friend who recently came back from Uganda, and she brought this as a gift for me. So I thought this would be a way to talk about immigration as something that's not just something that affects the Latino community. It affects all different heritage, all different races, ethnic groups, and that everyone is really represented today at our gathering here at Holy Family.
Holy Family Church was packed for the prayer service, standing room only. As part of the gathering, attendees heard from immigrant families caught in the crosshairs of current immigration laws. One lady talked about being pulled over by police while she was riding in her car with her undocumented father and not knowing if he would be taken away.
When that happened, the police officers who stopped my father were having a talk about whether to let my dad go or to take him. At that moment, I closed my eyes and I started praying to God, asking him to please let me and my dad get home safe. I had never prayed to God with so much faith and passion. That day I realized that I am nothing without God. I had been a witness to a miracle. God loves every single one of us, and without a doubt, I have faith that the immigration reform will be a success.
Also speaking at the prayer service was a man who is currently awaiting a hearing to see if he can remain in this country with his wife and baby daughter.
My wife is a citizen, and it is through her and because of her that I have the opportunity to better my situation. I have had present myself in court 3 times. This situation has not been easy at all. Just the thought of being deported and leaving my family behind is the biggest and most terrifying concern. My next court date will take place on July 8th of 2014. I will keep praying and advocating so that I could stay with my family.
Over the last several weeks, 100,000 postcards were collected at parishes throughout the Chicago area, urging lawmakers to support immigration reform. These postcards were presented by immigrant families at the prayer service. Cardinal George offered a blessing to those who attended the prayer service, and he also offered his thoughts on the ongoing struggle.
This journey, this people on the move, as we know, as you can witness to in your own stories, told here and told in other places, so many hundreds of thousands of families have been torn apart in recent years, particularly by the quite vicious nature of the deportations that have increased in recent years. And so many of our youth have been limited in their ability to take part in public life because they are not welcome. You have had to witness many tears shed by mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, children and grandchildren, as they have stood by to watch buses deporting their loved ones with the thought that perhaps they never see them again. I was privileged one Friday to be there and to see that and to say, a civilized people does not do this. We must change our laws.
Reporting from the Immigration Reform Prayer Service at Holy Family Church, I'm Jim Dish for the Church, the Cardinal and You.
We invite you to keep up to date on immigration issues by going to the Immigrant Affairs and Immigration Education website, www.archchicago.org/immigration.